Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. This time, I can talk to this guy. There we go. Shopping! And to note what I bought, or what I'm going to buy rather, I'm going to buy a shit ton of these. And that should be enough. Perfect. Anyway, the reason you want to buy a shit ton of these is synthesis and the cotton robe trick that I mentioned before. And once it loads, we'll go over here to the synthesis shop. And once we get over here, a little cutscene. Okay, apparently we have a master and an apprentice. Yeah. Kids these days. And if you go up here, that's hot. And where was it? I think it was... where'd it go? Yeah, they're there. Silver gloves. Another pair. Yay. And basically the way synthesis works, it's pretty obvious. You know, required item, you have 2 of those, you sacrifice 2 of those plus the gold or gil or whatever, and then you get the item. The way this works is wrists and steepled hats. Wrists cost a very small amount, so the steepled hats, their combined price with combining them into the cotton row, which is 1,000 gil. And I can't sell anything here, so I'll have to go back. But the amount that you can sell the cotton robes for is actually more than the price it costs to create them. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back and forth over and over again buying and selling cotton robes. See, it sells for 2,000. And if you go to buy here, you need wrists, which you can't buy here. I think they cost about 280 gil. And these cost about 260 gil. So I think it's between 400 and 500 gil profit per one. And the faster you do this, obviously, the faster it takes to get all your money. But I started this, I think I had about 12,000 gil. And I'm going to do the rest of this off screen since it's tedious and boring to watch. And we'll see how much money I have when I come back. Alright, see you guys in a minute. And we're back. That didn't take me very long, I don't know, a few minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. I use fast forward and it makes things go by a lot faster. But anyway, we had about 12,000 gil before, and after selling all, I think it was about 92 of them, because I kept 4 wrists and 4 steepled hats for equipping, and I kept 3 of the cotton robes for equipping as well. I now have a grand total of 76,000 gil. Yay! I can buy stuff now. You don't need this much money at this point in the game, but later on you will. I do want to buy a couple more of these, and a couple more of these, and always make sure you have at least 2 of any weapon. When you get the character that uses the javelin, they will come equipped with 1. Same with the fork, so you only need 1 of each. And some glass armlets. You want to pick up 6 of these. And that'll help for synthesizing and for, and 1 more of those, why not? And for equipping relatively soon, you want to pick up 4 of these. Any type of headgear that can be equipped by the light armor class and the mage armor job class, pretty much. Well, they're not job classes, but you know what I mean. Enough characters can equip them, I usually want to pick up 4, so at least 1 of every of my active party members could use them. And then any of the heavy armor that only Steiner at this point can use, only 2, because there are only 2 characters in the game that use heavy armor. And make sure we have 1 more of those. And that's pretty much it for that shop. However, if we run back to the synthesis shop, we can get some way better stuff. And we can finally get some accessories. Unfortunately, they really cut us out of that earlier on, and I should have picked up more mage mashers. But anyway, if we pick up 1 of these and 1 of these, I need more mage mashers. I like to have 2 of everything, so I'm obsessive compulsive, so I'll go back and make sure I have 2 of each of those. Desert boots, I know you can pick up more of them later and they're not particularly good, but I am going to pick up 1 now. And I want... I needed more steepled hats. Oh well, I'll buy them off screen. Anyway, you want to get 2 of those and a couple of those, just to have some variety for our equiptions. And with all this stuff, we can take a look at this. I still haven't learned Bandit, so I'm going to keep leveling that up. But we have 2 new abilities and 2 new weapons for Zidane, and they both up his damage substantially from the Mithril Dagger. Now is probably a good time to shift him to the front row. Maybe not permanently, but for the most part. The headgear that we bought can allow us to learn Undead Killer, though we're going to keep working on these for now. And the steepled hat's not particularly important to him, but there is some mages that can make use of it later. And the glass armlet allows us to learn some more new abilities, so we're going to want that for sure. Eventually I'm going to go on to another tangent about stat boosts and how they accumulate over the course of the game, but that doesn't really matter at this point considering the very few accessories we can actually use. And we have the bronze vest. I believe we picked that up lying around somewhere. This teaches us jelly. Jelly makes us immune to petrification, which is definitely helpful. Not particularly so right now, but in the future. And we finally have some interesting stuff here. This is why I only picked up 1 of the desert boots. They're not particularly good. They don't teach us anything. They reduce earth damage, but that doesn't become prevalent until later, and by then you have something better for it. Mainly you want these because they up multiple stats, give you a little magic evade, not important, but they up a lot of stats, including strength and spirit, which is definitely helpful for Zidane. And it's got nothing else special on it. This is another interesting one. The yellow scarf also ups strength and has no other real interesting features, but the millionaire ability can only be learned by 1 character. And you can let them learn it on their own since it's attached to all of that character's weapons. But if you use this, they can learn it a lot faster because they'll be learning it from 2 different pieces of equipment. Anyway, we will look at equipment more later when it actually matters. I'm going to go make my extra purchases and I'll be right back. And we're back. While I was off screen, I also bought, and I forgot to mention this, I bought 2 more rods. You want to have at least 3 of them for synthesizing items in the... No, it's not there. I keep thinking it's there now. I don't know why. Anyway, I forgot to mention, get the rods. They'll be useful for synthesizing a useful item later on in the game. And do I want to do that? No, I can do that later. Okay. Anyway, at this point, we can fly to the castle. And in the castle, eventually, once we get there, we will trigger new music. And we can go check up on Dagger, like Zidane wanted to do earlier when he was at the Tentless Hideout in the Theater District. This will, of course, advance this plot right now. And... there we go. This statue is... interesting. I'm not 100% sure. That might... the horse looks a lot like the horse that Odin uses in a lot of the Final Fantasy games. It might be an allusion to Odin, I'm not sure. But at this point, I don't think they'll let us go up here. Yeah, we can't use the lift. So at this point, we need to go over here. And we'll sidetrack a moment and go in here because I forgot to do this earlier. This is the princess's room. Well, this is where we're supposed to go. I was thinking about a later point in the game. Jeez. Bad with that today. And we're gonna find Rusty here. And the princess is gone again. Yay! This is starting to look like Final Fantasy X. Oops. What happened? Oh, somebody got kidnapped? Let's go find her. She got kidnapped again? Let's go find her. She got kidnapped again? Let's go find her. It's getting annoying to listen to. It got annoying in that game too. It's basically the main plot of the game for half the minor quests in the start of the game. Somebody gets kidnapped, you go find her. It's usually Yuna. We're in the castle. She's probably alright, Steiner. And you're throwing a fit. But anyway, while we're here, we need to pick up a glass armlet, which I have an extra one I don't really need, but oh well. And over here, we pick up another. Nice. And we talk to the Moogle. Give the Moogle a letter. Well, that's very vague and kind of pointless. And there we go. This Moogle has a new one going to Atla. And we won't be able to deliver that one for quite some time. In the meantime, we can go down here. I got ahead of myself. Yeah, we need to go this way. Now we need to talk to the guard, who's right here. I hope you can hear that in the background. It's very faint at this point. And it's the same song Dagger was singing in the in Dali when Zidane woke up from the village inn. So we're gonna go find her, and the guard's gonna stop us. And we already saw that. And we go for the most generic way of passing ourselves off as a guard as possible. And which means we get to go down here. And this one looks asleep. Let's target this guy. Huh? Ooh. Follow me. There we go. And in he goes. And standard beat 'em up sound effects. And now we get to control the knight. No, it's just Zidane hiding in armor for the second time this game. Oh well. There we go. Just pass this guy without any problems. And this is all done automatically, so we just get to wait. And he managed to change clothes and get rid of the armor without anyone noticing. And I think we can actually go in here, can't we? Oh, no. Yeah, the guard's asleep on duty. Yeah, there's no point in going. You can't go that way anyway. This is the direction we're supposed to head. And yeah, so we're going the right way. They force us to go this way anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now the song gets a little louder. Everybody likes this song. And I love this song. So soothing. Even the birds love this song. And distractions. And they continue it instrumentally. I love that too. And now she shows her depression and the birds fly away. And that's a nice little sequence. Doesn't need to be a full FMV. That's redundant, but oh well. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. Mm-hmm. Question mark? Huh? And yeah, he's not talking about the view of the scenery. Alright, let's go. And this is a stupid little mini-ish, well, it's not really a game, but we have no choice but to move around. And they give us some background information about a couple of locations. Some marshland. Just check it out sometimes, and we will. And up here, some mountains. And over here, South Gate. And in order to move on with the sequence, you actually have to go and find all these. They're not hard to find or anything, but it's still a pain. And finally, hey, what's that? It's a chocobo. See if we can go catch a chocobo. We'll have to do that later too. Once we get access to the world map, there are a number of side quests we can begin, and it'll basically halt the advancement of the plot for a few episodes, so be prepared for that. Yeah, seems to be. Yeah, so it's quite easy to understand. You're 16 years old, and you have no idea what the hell is going on. It's basically like real life. Zidane wants to help people. Yeah, he seems to be a case that he does quite often, actually. The sleeping weed, that's right. Of course. Yeah. Goes a day. Well, can't hurt to try, yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I'm going through the dialogue too quickly. Looks fast enough to me, or slow enough to me to read it all, but I know when it's popping up because I'm the one pressing the button. Yeah, it's a nice little song that she doesn't know the origins of. Ah. And we get to play it over everyone else's sequences to see what they're up to. Fine armor. Wasn't it when we were over there we found out that it was cheap looking armor? Or at least I believe that's what Zidane called it. Ah. Steiner, instant defense of his queen. Who the hell are you? An armor collector. I must go. Knights of Pluto? You broke my knight. Apparently they're... well, Vivi will tell you what they are. Royal action figures. Which just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why there would be royal action figures, but whatever, I guess. It's interesting enough. Gives Vivi something to think about. We even get to see what Frey is up to, and she hasn't even officially joined our party yet. Something's about to happen. And Sir Fratley, of course, being her boyfriend that she's still looking for. And by her jumping, I'm sure you can guess what her job class type thing is. And this is how Sid is doing. Back to work. Zebold. Isn't he the name of one of the dwarfs from Final Fantasy IV or something? I can't remember. pretty sure he's the name of a dwarf from one of the Final Fantasy games. Won't run for more than 10 minutes. Guac. Yeah, unfortunately it's pretty useless at this point. Airship cruise. Wait a minute now. Uh-oh. Shit. Oh, you are so dead, buddy. Now he's in trouble. He screwed it up. That's the downside of trying to pursue too many women at the same time, Zidane. Yeah, he lost it. All that effort over the past however many hours of this game, and now it's all down the drain. Now he's proposing a date. A wager of sorts. Whoa. Such a child. So she's just agreed to go on a date if he wins the Festival of the Hunt. And... who are they talking about? Yeah. Wait for the signal. And they've begun to release the enemies. For whatever reason, they think it's a good idea. Release him. But they release all these enemies in town. And these are the Moos, whatever. And everything is ready. And they have a special specimen. Yeah. Can't let him loose yet. Zagnol. And it's a big boar. Anyway, that's the boss guy of the tournament. Where's Zidane? Yeah. Zidane, of course, being late. Yeah, the bigger the catch, the higher the score. 12-minute time limit, and you receive, I'll find that word, the honor of Master Hunter. Zidane wanting Gil, Freya taking the add-on, and Vivi? Somebody signed Vivi up. Zidane. This is the first instance where Zidane actually kind of... He doesn't really force him, but he highly recommends that he joins this tournament in order to kind of boost his confidence in social situations and his confidence in general. Yeah, not really the best way to go about it. This is where the forcing kind of comes in. Really, Zidane? There's no way. And yeah, uh-oh. Here comes the jealous boyfriend type, I guess. Yeah. And he'll take a card. Basically, the way this works out... yeah, okay. Do I get a chance to... Yes, I do. Perfect. Anyway, I am going to re-equip myself. But basically, the way this works is you control Zidane, and Vivi and Freya and I think a couple of other people are in the tournament. Then they'll go and kill random enemies. And whoever ends up with the highest score out of the three characters that we've named, Freya, Zidane, and Vivi, will get that item. So if Freya wins the add-on, we get the add-on. It's also not relatively easy to get her to win. There's a special method in order to do that. So I will be showing that off next time after I equip myself and in the next video. So in the next video we will do the Festival of the Hunt, and figure out where to go from there and see who ends up getting the date with the princess. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.